you just end up wasting so much money, and it's not even sustainable anymore. Hello my loves, and welcome back to my channel. Two quick things before we dive into the video. Firstly, if you have ever wanted to shop some Lanier pieces, this is not sponsored, but I have worked with them in the past. They currently have a huge, site-wide it seems, amount of discounts happening, so go and check them out. I'll have them linked down in the description bar. And secondly, if you have ever wondered what I do for my skincare, how I do my makeup before I film, I have just filmed a chatty get ready with me Q&A, and that will be out next week. So subscribe if you would like to see that, and let's get into it. As I keep banging on about, I am a massive advocate for shopping pre-loved. But I do think it's also important to tell a little bit of the other side of the story and to take you through some of the mistakes that I've made in the past so that you don't fall into the same trap. The first one is the not fully establishing what I was looking for before I went looking. Now, as I detailed before, I wanted to buy a pair of black leather boots, and really I kind of knew what I wanted, but I didn't really, and this ended up with me wasting a huge amount of money on various pairs of shoes that I couldn't return, that weren't quite right, and that's not a sustainable way to shop either. So it was just a bad situation all round. So when you are looking for an item pre-loved, especially if it is something of a slightly higher price point, maybe it's a bag, a pair of shoes, a dress for a wedding, which I'm currently on the hunt for. I'm enjoying it immensely, but I'm trying to take my own advice and do my research. You can end up spending way more than if you had just bought the item brand new. This is by far my most common mistake. I've done it with jumpers, I've done it with shirts, I've done it with shoes, I've done it with bags. Ugh, one bag disaster I will tell you about in a second. It's so easily done. You can impulse buy just as easily pre-loved as you can walking down your local high street. So numero uno, make sure you know what you're looking for before you start scrolling. The second mistake that I have made is not looking at the photos close enough. Now, some pre-loved sellers are very honest and wonderful, and some will try and hide things. The most obvious example was when I bought a beautiful, this bag still haunts me because it's the bag I'm currently searching for and I cannot find anything as good. It was this beautiful vintage Coach bag. It had a crossbody strap, it had a top handle, it was this beautiful kind of ecru, and then the leather was a brown kind of snake skin effect. It was perfect. I'm not a big fan of the more recent Coach designs and aesthetic, but the vintage stuff, it's right up my street. I did not closely examine the photos. Honestly, I got too excited and I bought it straight away, which, fair enough, but equally, because then when I received said bag, it turned out that somebody had chopped off a big length of the crossbody strap. They just chopped it off. Literally just looked like it had been done with scissors. It was pretty roughly done, and they chopped it off so that you could only wear it as a shoulder bag. And I so nearly kept it because it was beautiful, and to be honest, most of the time I would have just worn it as a top handle anyway. But one of the things that I loved most about it was the versatility of being able to wear it either as a top handle or a crossbody or a shoulder strap. I wouldn't have been able to wear it crossbody because they chopped it off too short, and if I had worn it as a shoulder, you could see that the strap had been chopped off, so it didn't look nice. So obviously I sent it back and I got a full refund. Look at the photos closely because you never know. The third mistake that I have made is not checking where the item is being posted from. If you are shopping for pre-loved designer handbags, Japan is just doing the absolute most at the moment for very well priced, beautiful quality, authentic designer bags. However, if you are buying something that is coming from another country, check what the return is going to be, because I once bought a dress and I didn't check where it come from. It was coming from America, and I got it and it wasn't as described, and it took so long to arrive. It missed the date of the event that I'd actually bought it for, because obviously I didn't check how long it was going to take to get here, which was obviously completely my mistake. And then when it arrived, it wasn't quite right and the seller was refusing to help, basically. So I ended up having to go through eBay, and it was basically a legal problem. It all got a bit much and it was just such a shame. Sorry, Tilly is being adorable, as per usual. Just for reference, this is what I'm looking at. This is what is happening whenever I'm filming and talking to you guys. This is what I'm fighting against, just turning off the camera and snuggling into bed with. The fourth mistake that I have made relates to the first, because it is not making a wish list results in impulse buys. Now, I have started doing these spring, summer, autumn, winter wish list videos, and they have been one of the best things I have ever done. What it does is it just focuses you in on, are there actually some holes in my wardrobe? Because there may well be. So for example, if I didn't have a pair of denim shorts for the summer, I would constantly be thinking, oh, could just put this on with a pair of denim shorts and I don't have them. Do you know what I mean? That kind of thing. Or this summer, I'm really looking for a special white/off-white bag. R.I.P. that Coach bag. Oh my days, it still haunts me so much. But doing these wish lists just focuses your mind on, do I need anything, first of all, because that's worth saying. Quite a lot of the time the answer is no, actually. Being sensible, boo. But it also results in a much more curated wardrobe full of pieces that you love, that make getting dressed super, super easy. And yes, just make the wish list. And then the fifth one is buying items that are almost what I want. Again, I made this mistake when searching for the perfect black boot. It is so, so easy, particularly when you are searching for something that is quite special or higher ticket or very, very specific pre-loved, because it can take a long time. I am currently feeling the urge with the summer bag that I'm on the hunt for, because I'm starting to get impatient. I'm also very aware that the events that I would like to have this bag for are getting closer. And going back to the not checking where things are coming from, I will probably end up buying a bag from Japan, and I need to make sure that it's going to get here in time. Although Strathbury currently has a sale on, which is very, very, very dangerous. But anyway, if you are looking for a very specific item, just know and accept that it may take a long time. And if you don't find exactly what you're looking for, then don't buy it. There is no point to buying something that is almost what you're looking for, because you will just end up buying something that is almost what you're looking for again, and it's such a vicious circle. And for me, this is probably the single biggest mistake that I make when I am shopping pre-loved, because like I say, I get impatient and I find something and I'm like, oh, that's lovely, that'll do. Stick to what you want. We are in this for the special treasure trove items that you will be proud to go out wearing, you will love, you will wear to death, you will hand them down to future generations. That's what we're in this for. What pre-loved mistakes have you made? I would love to hear them. Let us commiserate together on all of our wasted money and time. Then again, you may be perfect and never made a mistake in your life, in which case don't comment, because good for you. If you have enjoyed this video, please do give it a like. Check if you are subscribed or not. My videos can show up in your homepage consistently and you not be subscribed, so please double check if you are subscribed or not. It is the best way that you can help out any YouTuber you watch, is by subscribing to our channels and interacting with the content, giving it a like, commenting down below. All of these things, I cannot express to you how much of a difference they make to us. So thank you so much in advance, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.